Hey, Slightly Unblended, and today I did a little monochromatic halo eye, as you can tell, and if you'd like to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. Hey everybody, long time no talk. I mean, it kind of seems that way. I don't know if I mentioned this in the videos that's up before this one because I haven't done the voiceover on it quite yet, but it was a voiceover. But I'm going to be doing more of a monochromatic, colorful kind of series for right now, just because it gave me an idea and it's going to get me to use more of my palettes instead of just using the same ones. So I figured that I would just do this with red today. I want to do different styles of different colors, so today I'm going to do a halo eye. And for the palettes that I'll be using today will be the Cosmetics Muerte palette and the Colourpop Main Squeeze palette. Just kind of what spoke to me as I was grabbing, thinking about a video. So, just gonna jump on into it here. First, I'll be taking this shade Red Bottoms. And I will be taking the Morphe little pencil brush thingy-bob here. I'm gonna apply it into the crease, and then I will blend that out. So, just gonna start off by applying it right here into the crease, kind of packing it, you know, just getting it nice and laid down. Something that I did on this eye that I realized I didn't really want to do with this one is I'm going to take this about right here towards the outer corner of my eye. I didn't do that with the other eye, and I realized I probably should have. I'm just gonna get that color ready. Okay, so this is about how I want this for now. I'm gonna go in and build it up. Kind of repetitive steps, but now that I have that, I'm just going to take the, where did I put it? I'm gonna take this Colourpop E1 brush and apply the shade Like It's Hot, just to blend out Red Bottoms. So I'm just gonna add it, top off the excess. So how's everybody holding up? I know things that I really didn't want to bring this to my channel because I want my channel to be a nice little break from life. I mean, I don't know, just something that, a distraction from everything going on, or just something fun, you know. But I want to know how everybody's doing. Like, is everybody good? Things have been different. I've been reading a lot more. I know that back in, I want to say November, in all of my 26 years, I have never heard of Jonestown until November. And I watched a bunch of stuff about it, watched Stephanie Harlow talk about it, like all kind of stuff. And I was just flabbergasted because, like, how did I not know about this? Because we never learned about it in school. And, like, I don't think I ever heard of it, you know? And I was just shocked. So, in my time of not really doing editing or whatever, like sometimes I'll take days off because I just don't feel like doing makeup, I've been reading, and I even got an audiobook off Audible to listen to. That one's Raven, but I ordered The Road to Jonestown and I've been reading that, and there's some more books that I want to read once I get these ones done. But I'm thinking about doing a book review if you're interested in that. I've also been cooking a lot. I made homemade banana nut bread, and oh my gosh, it turned out good. I've never made it before. And I haven't quite crafted as much as I want to, but I also don't want to use all my supplies because, yeah, so kind of haven't been doing a lot of that. Okay, so with the same Morphe brush, I'm gonna go back into red bottoms and kind of bring that color up, because you see it's like could be placed a little bit higher. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm really just doing windshield wiper back and forth motions to apply this and just building that color up. Take a little more. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set my own little main squeeze off to the side. I'm gonna go into the Muerte palette, and I ended up using 2 shades from this. I thought I was just gonna use 1, but I'm gonna start off with this one right here. I don't know if it's picking up, but it's this one. I'm just gonna apply it more into the deep crease, like right about here. So right there in that deep crease area, I'm gonna apply it just to intensify that red, because I want to have more of a, I wouldn't necessarily say like grungy halo eye, but I want a dramatic effect with this red. Haven't done a solid red look in a minute, so I'm excited. I just feel like doing the whole more of a monochromatic single shade look for that series that I was talking about will make me feel more inspired by the products that I already own. So yeah, pretty excited about that, even though I've said I'm excited like 20 million times. So I'm just building this up, windshield wiper motions. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Colourpop E1 brush and I'm going to go back into the Main Squeeze palette and go into red bottoms again. And I'm just going to blend that out. Now what I want to do is take this SL Miss Glam Fluffy brush and take this shade Like It's Hot and just get her on there and blend some more up here. So right where we left off, just apply it and do little back and forth motions. Get that to blend. Right here towards the inner corner, I'm doing little circular motions. So for right now, I'm not super focused on the outer corner of the eye yet. I'm just gonna work on getting everything as intense as I want it. I'm gonna take this Morphe pencil brush and I'm gonna go back into this shade here in the Muerte palette. I'm gonna bring it up just a little bit more. One of my favorite things about this brush is that with it being a tad bit fluffier than the Colourpop E10 brush, that means it makes it a little bit easier to blend, as to where when you're using this one, it's stiffer. So it'll still blend. I'm just gonna take this Colourpop E1 brush and make sure that it's cleaned off, because I don't remember what shade that I used last with it. So I'm gonna go back into red bottoms and blend out that shade from the Muerte palette again. I'm gonna keep going into red bottoms real quick, just to make sure that I'm getting it as intense as I want it, which I feel like I've said that a million times. But with doing eyeshadow, I feel like it's a lot of repetitive stuff, but it's so worth it, because then you get that blend. Oh yes, the blend. Okay, feel like I'm about that to where I want it to be. So I'm just gonna go into that Morphe brush, go in, use the Morphe brush and go into that shade from the Muerte palette again, and just get it good deep crease. I honestly feel like I forgot how to do this because the last couple of videos I've done were voiceovers, so. And those are weird. So weird. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is take this, making sure I got everything even. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that SL Miss Glam fluffy brush again with just a little bit more of like It's Hot. Really tap off the excess and just like kind of blend it more upwards, if that makes sense. Okay, now I'm just going to take this Urban Decay Stay Naked Concealer and this Morphe M421 brush, and I'm just gonna cut the crease. I don't quite feel like I'm gonna take it out too far. Actually, before I do that, I'm just gonna take this Morphe brush again and some more of this shade from the Muerte palette and just really focus it about right here, because I noticed that when I should have done that earlier, that it would have been making my life a little easier to do that. That way it gets more even and not look so lopsided. So now I'm just gonna take that Stay Naked Concealer and the Morphe M421 brush, and I'm just gonna cut the crease. Okay, so I know a lot of the times I don't talk when I'm doing this because a lot of times I have to hold my breath to do it. But when I'm starting, I like to take this brush because it's flat, it's got that top. It's kind of looking like a Cynthia doll right now, and I should probably replace it. But until then, I just kind of pat it down or get that shape and then just move across. So this is part of what's time consuming when it comes to stuff like this. But I mean, it comes out bomb, okay? So you take it and just angle it and just kind of tap and lightly like slide it or drag it. And I'm sitting over here like this because I'm trying so hard to get it even. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is just kind of continue that motion. And you want to take it up a little bit higher than your crease, that way everything can be seen. So that's something that I've been trying to watch stuff for hooded eyes because I want to be able to help as much as I can with that. So I've always heard through watching videos of hooded eye tutorials to take it up higher than your crease, that way you can see the colors. And so I'm gonna need to take it up just a tiny bit higher. I'm gonna take a little bit more concealer, more towards the tip of the brush. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah. And I'm just going to kind of like pat it onto my lid and then dip into it and do what I need to do. Instead of having it on my hand, it's just like right there. So just go, you know. So take it. Okay, I think I finally have it. Now my wrist is tired. But at this point, sometimes, and that usually makes my makeup take longer, sometimes I really like to take a makeup remover and a Q-tip and take this off. I'm gonna do this other side because I ain't trying to sit here all day. But this is a really good one, and you can take it and get the Q-tip wet and just remove that. That way it's a more cleaner base. And then you can reapply this or use some eye primer or whatever. But at the hopes of not being here for 3 hours, I'm gonna skip that. And what I'm gonna do now is just start to use the shades that we already applied kind of in the opposite order, except what I'm gonna do a little bit differently now with the cut crease than I did starting out. And I'm gonna make sure that this brush, just like any pencil brush, I'm using the Colourpop E10 brush, just any little stiff one like this, whatever you're more comfortable with, take that, and I'm gonna go into this shade right here from the Muerte palette, and it is a dark red, okay? So I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna tap off the excess, and I'm going to really kind of outline the crease that we got cut out here. That way it gives it more depth, it's kind of blended a little bit better, and then after that, I'm just gonna take that and apply it to the inner corner of the eye. Start there, get to the middle, leave the middle empty, and then same thing. Now I'm talking too much, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. You don't really want to touch the concealer with this shade, but if you do, you can just go back over it and stamp it out and it'll take that color right off of there. Now I'm just gonna take the Morphe brush that looks about like that. I'm gonna take just a little bit of red bottoms and apply it. I'm just gonna blend this darker shade out, and it's gonna be like, okay, I know that I'm like all up in my mirror, but I'm gonna explain that real quick. While this room that I am is lit pretty well with natural lighting, I'm trying not to use my ring light unless I absolutely have to, because I feel like that just kind of, I don't know, I feel like I need another ring light or something to cover my soft light with, because it's just straight harsh light. But it's lit enough that I can see pretty great, but when it comes to applying my eyeshadow and whatnot, just so that I can be able to see better, I don't know, I feel like if I had my ring light it'd be a bit better, but I'm just trying to see how the lighting goes, because I really want to get another ring light and see if that makes things better. I don't know anything about any lighting and stuff like that, which is probably why my stuff looks a little lower quality. My camera is like, I love my camera, but I know it's not like what other people use, and I just can't see myself dropping that kind of money on a camera. But anyway, that's why you see me like up in my mirror like this, because the light. But yeah, I know, it doesn't make a lick of sense. And I'm not saying that in the future that I won't get a different camera that's better. Just right now, this was my starter one, and I want to use it for all I can and try to save up to get another one, because I know that kind of came off, and I didn't like it. But that's not how I'm in it. So now that that's pretty blended, I'm gonna take this Colourpop E1 brush again, and I'm gonna go into that like it's hot shade, and just kind of right where we left off, or right pretty much in the same spot that we just did. Just blend out red bottoms with it. We want it red, okay? Red. Like an apple, like cinnamon, like fire, spicy, get it going. Even though I know that didn't make any sense. Okay, this brush here again, and then this shade right here. Just gonna apply it to the inner corner. So about like that. And now I'm just gonna take this brush again, make sure I got it, well, no, not that one. I'm gonna save that one for later. But I'm just gonna take this Morphe brush again, make sure that it's cleaned off, and go into red bottoms. Right where we left off with that. This is the different part, because instead of using the first red shade from the Muerte palette, taking the other one and just kind of skipping out on that. So take this one, because these ones are pretty similar in color. I'm gonna go back with this Colourpop E10 brush in that other shade, that really dark red shade from the Muerte palette, and just kind of blend these two together. And then back with the Morphe brush, go into red bottoms a little bit again and just kind of make sure that they're nice and blended, just chilling. Now that that's that, just go back into Like It's Hot, and then right where you left off with red bottoms, just add it. Okay, so right where we left off with red bottoms, applying this Like It's Hot shade, and right up next to it, and if it kind of overtakes red bottoms, it's okay, because we can go back in and touch it up. You just want to get the shape of the halo out right now. So clean that off, go into red bottoms again. Kind of just very, very gently, like kind of swiggle it. Wiggle it, kind of like, not really swirl, but kind of just teeny tiny little to get them blended together. So now I'm going to take that Colourpop E10 brush. Again, I'm going to make sure it's clean because this is where we're going to have to start getting pretty precise with it. So I'm going to take just a tiny bit more Like It's Hot and just really just get it nice and laid down there. See? She getting there. She getting there. All right, now we're gonna do the outer part of the lid. All right, for the outer corner of the lid, I'm just going to take that Colourpop E10 brush and make sure that I have it cleaned off. I'm gonna go back into that really dark red shade from the Muerte palette and tap off the excess and just kind of get it right here on the outer corner. And see, it's a little bit, I don't know if you can see, but like right here, it kind of trails off and just kind of quits, and that's not what I want. So what I'm gonna do is get just a tiny bit more concealer on this brush, and I mean the teensiest tiny bit, okay? Because it gets messy, it's a lot of work. And so I've got just the littlest, tiniest bit. And what I'm gonna do, just take it and just stamp out. Okay, so I need a little bit more, but it's better to work in layers and have to add more than have too much and not be able to take it off and then ruin all the blending that you've just done. Okay, so it's a little better. We can always just go in and touch up any little mistakes and get it looking all kinds of ways. Okay, I'm just being weird. I'm just kind of happy to be filming like I normally do. So, all right. E10 brush, darkest red shade from the Muerte palette, and just blend that into the crease and give it some depth. So the other day I was gonna film something, and it was just gonna be like a regular video. But it seems like anytime I speak out into existence that I'm gonna do something, it just seems like something happens and it's like, no, you're not doing this. So I think it was 2 days after that I finally got to film. And I wanna say that was that's the one up before this. Like, I've been like, look, I got all this time to do it, and I need to get it done, and I just have it, and it's like, God, okay, I'm not, like, even speaking a word about filming. Oh, it's a kitty! I want to pet it. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, it's getting close. Anyway, now I'm going to take this this brush and this red bottom shade, get it tapped off, and just kind of blend the two together. Well, not kind of, just blend them together, you know, you go in and touch them up just fine. But you guys, I'm so ready for it to not be so like rainy. It's sunny today, but it's fixing to rain again. just want to mow my yard. That's all I want. Okay, sorry about that. My batteries died. I fell asleep trying to download videos from my camera to my phone last night so that I could edit them. And apparently it was too long and it got my batteries. So now that we have about the shape that we're going for, I'm gonna take this lovely juicy fruit shade right here and the Luxie small shader brush. Just get that on there and just tap it down. Oh, update on the kitty that I seen. It was at the window. And I told it, "Hi, kitty," and it looked at me, and then I accidentally touched the blinds of the glass, and it ran. So kitty doesn't want me. But also, in case I haven't mentioned it, hi, I'm Julie, and I am slightly obsessed with cats. They're my favorite animal ever. I love kitties. I would have all the kitties in the world that didn't have a home, or just needed love if I could. But yes, I'm obsessed with cats. Alright, now to get these nice and blended together, because it's a little, you see how it's like kind of, alright, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some more of Like It's Hot on that Morphe brush, but make sure that it's cleaned off, and I'm going to just kind of blend them together like this. On each side. I want to take the Colourpop E1 brush and just a tiny bit of red bottoms, tap off the excess, and just blend this edge right here out. Just really kind of want to get a nice round shape, or as round as possible. So now I'm going to take this SL Miss Glam brush and a little bit of Like It's Hot, tap off the excess, and blend. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is just go ahead and finish the rest of my face, and I'll be right back. Alright, let's get this lower lash line smoked out and this lash added so we can be finished with the look. I'm doing too much of this, but okay. To start out, I lined my waterline with the Colourpop Creme Gel Liner in Joyride. This is one of my favorite ones. I like this one, and Charmer, and Boots, and Piggy Bank's pretty good too. Yeah, Electric Daisy. Anyway, I like these. They're really good. So, to start out, I'm going to take this Colourpop E10 brush and I'm going to clean it off. And I'm going to take this really dark shade right here, the dark red one from the Muerte palette, and run it right up against the lash line. I'm kind of connecting it to the dark spot right here, to this, like where we applied this shade to begin with, just so that I can get that shape. Alright, clean that brush off, and for now we're finished with that palette. The inner corner highlight will be this shade right here. And now I'm going to take red bottoms, and right where we left off with that first shade, put it right up at it and blend. And then take Like It's Hot and blend that out. Okay, now to make sure that that's not so harsh, I'm just going to take this Luxie 237 brush and blend that out. Look at there, yes. All right, I live. Okay, I am so excited. I'm just taking that to dust off any a little bit of fallout. But I'm so excited to be doing something just like one color, just to play around and see what all different looks with like each color. I'm so excited. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this shade and apply it to the inner corner for that pop and highlight. Alright, now that we have that finished, I'm going to go ahead and pop on these gorgeous babies right here by You Little Minx, called Savannah. They are so cute, and the packaging is adorable. I live. Okay, I'm gonna pop this lash on and I'll be right back. So this is the finished look. What do you think? I am quite fond of it. I really kind of wish that I would have had more of a vampy purple lip, but I kind of want to keep the lips the same as the eyes during the little rainbow monochromatic series that I have planned. Let me know what you'd like to see next down below. It can be the single color monochromatic thing, any other suggestions. You can follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. I have a Facebook page, and don't forget to subscribe if you're interested, and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified as soon as I upload. I try to upload a couple times a week, not so much lately, but definitely once a week on Sundays I have a video up. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.